Good morning. What's going on, Facebook fam and YouTube and replay viewers? It's your boy Chris Masters, aka Dream Maker. So I am doing some self-learning this morning. I'm learning from Esther Perel. I finished up her sessions. I did a free trial with her sessions, which was pretty incredible. Real insight to her presently during COVID, coaching sessions and talks and conversations with other relationship experts. I want to go back to the thing that got me interested in her work, her TED Talk. So rethinking infidelity. Rewatching some today. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. I'll put a link below as well. But every time I've watched this multiple times now, and every time I watch it, I gain new things. Esther Perel is a goddess. The way she languages things, I think, in my opinion, she's one of probably the top 3 relationship coaches in the world right now. She's phenomenal. I put her up there with Tony and Sage Robbins, and interestingly, Will Smith, which we should at one time put a video up about his talk about relationships. One of the most paradigm shifting, beautiful chats. Esther Perel in this one, in a TED Talk, here are my takeaways from the morning. First of all, State of the Union. From the way I look at it, I'm no expert in relationships, but I have done the gambit of everything. Someone with a lot of K's in his car and in his 30s have experienced. We're talking long distance, short distance long-term relationships, long distance relationships, short ones, flings, to learning into the conscious community, tantra, everything in that gambit, from learning some about Tantra, which I gravitate more to the other end of the spectrum of BDSM. Had a threesome, that's a whole nother subject. Very interesting. That's a whole topic of its own, really. But what I've come together, like with my own journey, my own personal journey, I've done everything except for finding my forever love, which I guess I'm in the process of doing it right now. Esther Perel, welcome to Relationship Week. Esther Perel talks about a few things, and first of all, she does a lot of anecdotes across things because she's seen everything in terms of relationships. And my perspective of the State of the Union is that in current Western society, Western culture, we've shifted from church. We're no longer church people. Therefore, the union between a man and a woman, or a person and a person, the parentheses of the S's there, persons, the rules are up to you. You have to make the rules for yourself and your partners. So ultimately, whether they're stated or unstated. So, part of the fun is navigating the unstated as well and having those conversations and open communication. Now, Esther Perel talks about a few things. The things that pinged up for me today, specifically, were this one, which is really sweet, is how the lover that you can never get will always you'll always long for. It's a desire machine. So I think it's very true. I think you have to always have a sense of mystery, or using Tony Robbins' core values, the 6 necessities, the top 2 are uncertainty and certainty. Same in relationships. You have to have an amount of certainty to feel stable and is going and sustainable. But at the same time, you need some uncertainty so you can grow, you can learn. A bit of mystery goes a long way in terms of relationships, because you always. This is why we read mystery novels. We want to turn the page and find out what's next. So, and the second, or the big kind of takeaway, it's Esther Perel's statement. It's wonderful when she sees every kind of relationship crisis, but oftentimes when clients bring infidelity to her, her initial foray statement is, I'm going to try to paraphrase her as accurately as possible, but she goes, today in the West, most people have 2 or 3 relationships or marriages. Some of us have them with the same person. So your marriage is over, but would you like to create a new one together? And I think that's a wonderful opening statement for a session for a infidelity or relationship coach, mending relationships. All right, that's my takeaways from this morning. I hope you've learned something, and I know I have again, and reaffirmed and grown. But Esther Perel, like, just dive into it. The way she languages things is wonderful. All right. God, universe, source bless you. Have a great, wonderful day.